Hello there. In this video, we will follow the claim to the Darksaber if Palpatine kept a hold of it rather than having it locked up with Darth Maul, and how Luke has a claim to this ancient weapon. Tar Vizsla was the original owner and creator of the Darksaber during the Old Republic, and was the first Mandalorian to be inducted into the Jedi Order. This single black-bladed lightsaber was much thinner than that of a usual lightsaber we are accustomed to seeing among the Jedi and Sith, and had a handcrafted hilt forged from high-quality Beskar. After Tar's death, the Jedi kept this unique weapon within the walls of the Jedi Temple until it was stolen by the House of Vizsla, who returned it to the Mandalorian people. Here, the Dark Blade was passed down through generations, where it was respected as a symbol of leadership by the House of Vizsla, who was still stuck on Mandalore's warrior past and refused to adapt to the new Mandalorian ways. Eventually, the blade got passed into the hands of Pre Vizsla, who was the governor of Concordia and leader of Death Watch, the latest in the line of the Vizsla clan. In Pre Vizsla's hands, it met many Jedi's lightsabers, including multiple confrontations with the Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was even tried to use to kill Ahsoka Tano. Soon after Vizsla agreed to an alliance with the rogue Sith Lord Darth Maul, alongside his new apprentice Savage Opress, connecting Death Watch under the Zabraks Shadow Collective. Using the Darksaber, they also managed to persuade Jabba to join their criminal organisation. Now an important part of Maul's plan, Vizsla, wielding the Darksaber, was used to stage an invasion where he would step up to Maul's forces in order to protect Mandalore, while secretly winning the hearts of the people to overthrow Duchess Satine's government. Vizsla staged a duel between himself and Savage, where he would then let them go freely. However, much like Palpatine's decision to kill Dooku in Revenge of the Sith, he also soon decided he had other plans for them. Imprisoning both of the villains on Mandalore, Vizsla was hailed a hero, but Maul was not impressed, having been betrayed and now seeking his revenge. After the pair's escape, Maul fought for the Darksaber, as was accustomed to in the Death Watch, as this blade could only be rightfully claimed through battle. After defeating Pre in battle, having disarmed him of the Darksaber, Maul soon took his revenge and executed him with the very weapon he once held. Maul then took his claim to the saber and his claim to lead Death Watch, where he became the first non-Mandalorian to lead the cult, taking over the planet and forcing the new Mandalorians under the rules of his collective. This blade was taken advantage of by Maul, who used it in order to lure Kenobi back to his reach, and this is where he tormented Kenobi, willing to attempt to break down the Jedi Master, rather than to kill him. Slaughtering the Duchess before Kenobi's eyes, Kenobi still refused to turn, mourning not for the loss of his love. Unable to stop Kenobi from escaping with the help of Bo-Katan, his old master Darth Sidious arrived to rid the galaxy of his last apprentice. After Palpatine killed Savage right in front of his brother's eyes, Maul ignited the Darksaber, now wielding it in tandem to his red blade. After not so long of a fight, Maul was disarmed of the blade by the future Emperor, with Sidious having won it fairly in battle. Here is where we take our first tangent to the canon path of the Darksaber, and follow Palpatine's claim to the blade. Unlike in the Son of Dathomir comics, Palpatine would not leave this locked up with Maul. Therefore, Maul would no longer have the Darksaber in his reach, Palpatine having kept it in hiding or perhaps on his body to use in the final moments of the Republic. Having ruled most of the galaxy for many decades, the Emperor lived a strong life, not having been beaten many times, with all those in his way removed through one force or another. He would meet his demise, however, with the same fate as Kenobi aboard a Death Star. While he did not care for such Mandalorian relics, he would always have it on his body, just in case he ever needed to use it for more personal matters. In his throne room aboard the second Death Star, it was hidden in one of the armrests of his throne, where he often dwelled, readily available with the flick of a switch or press of a button. Perhaps he could even use the Force to launch it into his right hand whenever he deemed necessary. After Luke's arrival in Return of the Jedi, the Emperor would meet the same demise as we have seen in the movies, now with the blade falling into the hands of Darth Vader. While Vader was dying, he wanted to look upon his son with his own eyes. Unable to do it himself, Luke fulfilled his last wish, and instead of trying to save his father or force healing what is left with him, he removes the mask, killing his father, soon to join his own master and become one with the Force. Luke, now the rightful owner of the Darksaber, would find it on the Emperor's throne right before leaving the Death Star station, and would begin to study this weapon, taking it all the way to his new Jedi Temple, and I'm sure among the relics he was collecting at the time, it would have made a fine addition to his collection. It is here where he would sense Grogu's attachment to the Mandalorian, and when sending him back to Din, would send him with the Darksaber to return it to its rightful Mandalorian owners. This is where we would see it play out as we receive the next season of The Mandalorian, with the Darksaber in Din Djarin's hands, hopefully coming later this year. Thank you for watching the journey of the Darksaber to Luke, and I hope you enjoyed this Star Wars theory. Let me know if you want to see the other paths the Darksaber could take, and subscribe for much more Star Wars. May the Force of others be with you always. Remember,
the Darksaber doesn't have power. The story does.